Good morning, folks.
Web pages and emails using the onboard computer. He also receives weather information by communicating with other vessels and from nearby processing facilities. On Friday, February 2017, the captain of the Aleutian Lady stated his vessel experienced steady northeast winds of 35 knots, with temperatures dropping to the lower 20s. The Aleutian crew stopped and break
So now that we're up,
at around 1:30 p.m. Friday that afternoon.
oh, let me turn this down real quick. Okay, we're going to turn that down. I forgot it was on. My bad. Or we're not going to redo the intro. So, Ruler Gamer King, I want to say. Ruler Gamer King, if you're watching, your mom is excellent. And no, there's no mom joke in there. There's no angry vigilante mom joke. So, as I told y'all, I got accepted in the ASU, but I really wanted Washington. And she's the one that actually convinced me to just say yes to ASU. And you know what I loved about it? Her phone was down. She actually talked to me like I was her son. If I go tell my egg donor, she wasn't me listening. It'd be, yeah, whatever. Get out my face. So when y'all keep asking me how come my egg donor isn't at graduations, how come she won't be at my wedding? There you go. So, stop fucking asking. If I put the things that happened to me in these vlogs, y'all would understand why I don't want anything to do with my egg donor or my older siblings, and why I keep calling them older siblings and not like my little sister. So today we have pretty much groundwork. It's groundwork both ways today. So we're going to be doing planks. We're going to be doing, so for the morning, we're going to be doing forearm plank leg raises, high plank, and iso glute bridge, and toe pulls. Busy morning, I know. And speaking of which, I think this is kind of wrong, but so the Red Cross, they sent me a thing yesterday for a Tango gift. It wasn't a Tango gift card. It was an Amazon gift card, but I swear they said that we would get to pick what we wanted, not what they just wanted to give us, because I have no use for Amazon anything. Like I said, I swear it was you get to pick what you want from Tango gift card. And it said it would be coming from Tango gift card, not from them. So I don't know what's going on, but you know what? It's an Amazon gift card. I guess I could find something, maybe an ASU hat, ASU beanie. Would y'all want to see me in an ASUB? You know what? I got so much UBC stuff somewhere I gotta find. I got some UAA stuff. You know, it's kind of funny. I've been a Sea Wolf, a Thunderbird. Now I'm a Sun Devil. Oh wait, hold on. No. I've been a Devil Dog, a Marine, a Sea Wolf, UAA, a Thunderbird, UBC. It's like I'm just collecting class rings like Infinity Stone. Like I think I'm gonna choose Cornell for a PhD. Just so I could be like, look at me. That would y'all want to see that? Would y'all really sit here for like another gazillion years of me going through school? No. Okay, cool. No, for real. Ruler Gamer King. His mom is really cool, by the way. I don't know why. I just love his mom. I really do. She's really a cool person, and I know if I could tell you guys stories about me and Ruler Gamer King and how we first got on, you would understand that is the most improved friendship in our life, in my life. Like, you can't go lower than that. But he's a cool dude, and I hope he knows that. And, go check out his channel, Ruler Gamer King. Ruler, if you comment, I'll pin your comment. So everybody, just drop your channel, and I'll go ahead and pin it. But he's a cool dude. His brother's a cool dude. Okay, once again, I'm gonna say this very sarcastically. So even though I don't like the fact that he can stay like 135 pounds soaking wet, probably eating like a trash compactor, eating like a damn garbage disposal, and he can stay like super thin, probably with 6-pack abs. And the rest of us gotta eat chicken, broccoli, and rice every day. No, I'm joking. He's actually a cool dude, quiet dude, but cool dude. More he's the one that says like the philosophical stuff, and you're just looking at him like he ain't even high. We just know he's smart dude. But like I said, his mom is really cool. She, she's the voice of reason. She really is. So what we are going to do is we're going to drink this. We'll probably have one more bottle. We will get ready to get these forearm planks. This is very plank heavy, by the way. We might want to cut out the high planks. Now, we're not doing forearm planks for time. We're not doing them for time. We're going to do one, and then as soon as we hit 30 seconds, we'll start trying to do the leg raises. Yeah, we're going to cut the high plank out. We're going to save the high plank to the afternoon. Then do the iso glute bridge, and then do the iso toe pull. So the iso toe pull, you want to be up against the wall with your back up against the wall, your feet kind of out. Actually, you can do it sitting down, but once again, that's not as cool. So we won't do it like that. We'll just do it up against the wall. But anyway, let me stop rambling. Actually, let me do my meditation so we get that out of the way. And I will talk to you. You know what? I want to say something. I just want one more quick little rant. My sis gave me this stuff. In the bottle, it smells pretty good. It's called At the Beach. On me, I kept wondering, why does it smell like someone didn't wipe well? And I smell, oh, that's me. Holy crap. Oh, no. Oh, no. I cannot wear this. And that's one of the things that goes wrong sometimes when people give me like cologne or stuff like that. Like, listen, this bod smells good, but if I put it on and then go work out, I smell like I didn't take a shower. Then again, I don't think this is an antiperspirant. I think this is just a it says it's fueled by caffeine, but the last thing in it is caffeine. The last ingredient is caffeine. So I do wear stuff like Savage. If you want to get me some of these oils, Jimmy Choo smells good. And I got of course, my always go-to, the Old Spice. The stuff that got your grandma wet. Your grandpa used to wear this to church and pulled your granny. So anyway, let me stop with stuff like that. I don't want to talk about nobody's grandma. Sometimes I miss my grandma. Anyway, today we are going to do a Q&A because I did put questions on. Ask Me Anything, and I don't even know what was said because, well, I turned my other phone on to airplane mode. So I started doing that at night now. Now both phones go on, what do you call it? Both phones go on, not airplane mode, but focus mode. So right now, I'm not getting anything. So I'm not getting any kind of messages. So I won't get them until I'm on the walk, which is a good thing. So one day I'll make a whole video about like routines and stuff like that. But until I am Brian Johnson or Will Tennyson or Jeff Nippert's level, this is what you're going to get.
After a while, you come to a sign that says Holographic Guides. The sign instructs you to choose the name of a famous creator. You decide to talk to someone whose work you have always admired. You push the button next to their name, and a very realistic, interactive hologram appears right in front of you. They introduce themselves and ask you what you would like to know. Take a couple of minutes to converse with the hologram and ask any questions about creativity that are on your mind.
Okay. Alright, so let's knock this out real quick before we get out of here. We're going to start leaving a little bit later, like about 7:30, 7:34, 5, something like that. So we can let the buses get out the way and everything. So let's turn on our plank. Not our plank, our stopwatch. So we're going to do forearm planks, 30 seconds. And then we'll try to do the, what do you call it? The leg lifts, leg raises, I should say. Not leg lifts, leg raises. It's kind of like, oh, kind of move up a little bit. So it's kind of like you'd be planking and then you try to lift the leg. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3, okay. Yeah. That wasn't going to work. So 12 seconds, 12:93. I don't even know why I didn't last that long. And we got 3 leg raises. That sucked. But at least that's something we could work on. So let's get to the ISO glute bridge. We're just going to try to hold these as long as possible. Ready, set, go. Make sure I'm okay. Just tapping the glute to make sure it's still engaged, because sometimes it likes to disengage without you knowing. Okay. 51:48. Okay, so since we got that in, let's mark all these down so we don't accidentally. And now we are going to get some single leg bridges in. So we got 9 on the left side. See if we get on the right side. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 2. 2, 3, 3. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 5. 2, 3, 6. 2, 3, 7. 2, 3, 8. 1, 2, 3, 9. All right, so 9 on both sides. All right. With that, let's try a hyperlink. There. Ready? 101, 80. Holy crap. Okay, we won't try that one again. All right. So, we're going to now try another iso glute bridge. Boy, that was hard. Just goes to show hard work does kind of pay off, but you got to stick to it. You got to keep going for it. That hot plank was nothing to sneeze at. So I'm just giving my glutes a little bit of a chance to just rest for a second. Let's try the forearm plank again, this time with the raises as well. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 13, 17. I think if we just did one or the other, I don't think we're fully ready for that. But we did get 4. Yeah, we're not ready for that yet. We got to master one or the other. And we can't be a jack of all trades, master of none. Oh. All right. Iso glute bridge. And then we'll pull that into a single leg bridge. And we'll end heart that there. That way we know our glutes are open, not open. Our glutes are woken up, and we can get on our walk and know that our glutes are awake. Oh, Chris, what the hell are you talking about this early in the morning? Oh. All right, ready? Make sure y'all can see. Set. Oh, move over just a little bit. All right. Every few seconds, just tap your glutes to make sure they're still engaged. Sometimes they like to disengage on their own, even though you feel like you're squeezing them and you're squeezing your whatevers. Sometimes they will disengage on their own. Okay. 1 minute, 6.41 seconds. 1:06.41. That's actually really good. So Now that we're done with the timer stuff, let's get into the last thing, which is going to be more single leg. Let's try it like this. So we're not just holding everything up. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4. Move it closer. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 6. 1, 2, 3, 7. 2, 3, 8. 1, 2, 3, 9. 1, 2, 3, 10. 1, 2, 3, 11. 1, 2, 3, 12. 1, 2, 3, 13. 1, 2, 3, 14. Okay. And make sure you are driving through your heel. Whew. Okay, let's last one, and then we'll formulate what we're going to do next. Well, we know what we're going to do next. We're going on our walk, and then the library. I got to do some canvas training, not Canva, canvas, i.e. the evil twin of Blackboard. If you use Blackboard, I've used Blackboard. I'd rather use Blackboard than Canvas. I'm gonna miss UBC. 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 6. Okay, I'm cramping. Ouch. Okay, that was a cramp. Okay, right leg stands are canceled because of cramps. That is a huge disparity. But that means we're going to have to own that. Okay. Now that we got that in, our times aren't too bad. But we are going to go ahead, rest up a little bit, let both phones charge. Even though they charged all night, when I'm fully charged by the time we leave out. So, talk to you at the library. Photo. So I don't know if they're going to send me another gift card. They sent me an Amazon gift card, which I didn't really want. I didn't want an Amazon gift card. I wanted a card that I can choose my own. Because that's what it came saying. But either way, and if they would have gave it to me on the thing, I was actually gonna just sell it to someone else instead, but they ended up doing the thing where they just put it directly into my account. Now, like I say, I don't know if that was the gift card or not, because it said it would come from a different address, and that came from American Red Cross, not from Tango Cards. So I don't know how that works, but we're gonna figure this one out. Anyway, let's go ahead. Let me get some studying done. I gotta do my thing for ASU anyway this morning, so we're gonna get that done. I'm gonna take the profile picture. We're at 72 ounces now, so we're gonna get this down. I think when I get home, I'll probably do like a little something with like some. Actually, no, I got. I have like another thing of ground chicken I could take out, but that'll be something for tomorrow. Anyway, let's get a little bit of studying done. Okay, so we had a couple little nibbles. So sorry once again, we didn't make it completely past the. Well, we did make it well past the 1 hour mark before we started the little nibbles of cheese, the little bit of stuff that does that thing. But we got to 21 hours and 20 minutes, folks. That is dope timing. So I made 3 eggs with some butter. I got 6 of those little potatoes, the last of them for the batch that I made. And then a cup of that, I call it fake goulash, but what it is, it's a macaroni pasta with a dry tomato basil sauce mix. And then I added 16 ounces of ground chicken. Now, if you want to make it more goulash-like, you would put in some I believe if you want to make it more goulash like you would put the either diced tomatoes or tomato sauce or something like that. So it's not a goulash by any means. I just call it goulash because that's the closest thing in calories in the app that I use to track my calories. And of course, a ounce and a half of cheddar cheese, salt, pepper, just for seasoning. So what we're going to do is we're going to eat. We're going to get a little bit of studying done. Then we'll get to our workout. Once after the workout, we'll go ahead and wrap up. That's hot.
Yeah. The ice cream was actually amazing.
All right. So while we wait on the second serving to get done, we're going to have a banana. And I was going to wait, but we'll open up the red peanut butter. It's no big deal. So, some things I really want to talk to you guys about. So, us choosing Gymshark 66 over 75 hard. Was there a reason for that? Yes. And here's the reason why. Next year, actually, no, this year, we're actually going to do 75 hard. But we're doing it all the way through. That's right. So, I don't know what day it is. We're going to start with the first one. We're going to get into phase 1 immediately. And then we're going to, do the 30 days, go into part 2. And then part 3. That's going to be fun. Other thing, we're going to talk about is I think I want to drop action sledge. To go with maybe one of the brands that are in Walmart, like for example, 6-Star Nutrition, C4. I don't think C4 makes I don't think they make protein. I think A&N makes protein. Actually, they do. But 6-Star would be it, because I think I want to take the channel more towards what you can do on a budget. Because that's what we've been doing, is what can you do on a budget versus, having to almost take a loan out for anything. We're at 114 ounces. I do want to bring people onto the channel at some point. Like, you see my sister, you see my neighbor, Ruler Gamer King. At some point, we will get Vigilante on the channel, but we are going to get a lot of good stuff on here. Don't worry. So, let me get the other thing down, and we will get the workout in. And while we're doing the workout, we are going to do, we're going to get the workout, but we're going to do Q&A as well during the workout. But yeah, I just want to let y'all know that, because I know it's like, Agoge, Spartan, why did you do this over that? It is coming next year. Don't worry. But the way we're going to do it is very simple. We're going to get through all what the next thing we're going to get through. Then we got another thing we're going to get through. And then, of course, I'm going to take Halloween, my birthday, Thanksgiving, Passover, Festivus, Hanukkah, Christmas, and then right after Christmas, like we did with this, that's when we're going to hit 75 hard. So I think it's December 27th or something like that, because I don't want to have a cheat meal during Christmas, of course. So where's my headphones? We're going to start with the wall sit. While we're doing wall sits, we will read out some of these wonderful questions. Hope you can hear me. Ready? Set. I should have hooked my phone up to a charger, but oh well. Let's go. Marry, fuck, kill. Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, Naomi. That order. Favorite classmate during high school? Jason Bieber. Who do you miss the most of all your school days? Jason Bateman. Okay. First one was 20 seconds, 20.554 seconds. So, that 20.54. All right, iso calf raise. Ready, set, go. Favorite YouTube channels? This could be a mix of Shea Butter, Shai Sarai, Will Tennyson, Mitch Hooper. I do love me some Eddie Hall, some Brian Shaw, of course, Reliving the War. What's his name? Wrestling with Regret. Who else am I thinking of? Marky D, Devin Bradford, Andrew Kim, Jacqueline All. Jacqueline All, she needs to make better. Sorry. She needs to make more videos, not better videos. 47.93. You know, I do love a lot of StudyTube, so it could be like, I think her name is Kaylin Grace Apple or Kaylin Apple Grace. I love her stuff. Linus Tech Tips, Angry Vigilante. Lo-Fi Girl. Of course, my own stuff. Stampede Landing Home. That's about it on that one. Favorite musicians? Tame Impala, Alice in Chains, Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, Unknown Mortal Orchestra, King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Flying Lotus, Thundercat being the big one. Did I say Thundercat? Yeah, I said Thundercat. Crumb, Imperium is another one. Steve-O the Weirdo. Steve-O the Weird. If you're not from Portland, you would probably not know who Steve-O the Weirdo is. All right, let's move into some squats. Okay, push, demote, fire. EO Sky, Stephanie Vacour, Asuka. I am going to push EO Sky. That's a hard one. Who would you want to push, demote, fire? I hate that. Push, demote, fire. I'm gonna push Stephanie Vacour. Okay, that's a hard one right there. Like, 'cause I don't want to fire anybody. We got 19 of those, by the way. And the reason for that is EO Sky, Stephanie Vacour, and Asuka. This is like making all three of my wives fight. I don't want to make my three wives fight. But if I had to, I would say I would push Stephanie Vacour. I would demote Asuka. Send her back down to NXT. Let her do some stuff down there. But then again, she was already in NXT. That's the problem. So, push Stephanie Vacour, demote Asuka, and I have to fire EO Sky. EO, I'm sorry. You're still my favorite wife. Oh, here we go with this one again. Jesus Christ. Marry, fuck, kill. And I hate that. Can we change it to something else? Marry, fuck, ignore. Let's call it ignore, because I don't like the kill thing. Nia Jax, Awesome Kong, Hyper Niven. Y'all are terrible human beings. So if I had to choose between these three, I'm probably going to marry Awesome Kong because she beat up Bubba the Love Sponge. Gonna fuck Nia Jax because holy crap, would that be fun. But I'm at to ignore Hyper Niven. Holy crap, okay. $21.41. We didn't get near a good time. But that's fine. We're gonna reset. We got a calf race to do. Ready, set. Favorite exercise? You know, as much as I give them shit, I will have to say clamshells. Those are one of my favorite. Favorite wrestler? This is going to sound really crazy, but it also depends on, are you talking about amateur wrestling or are you talking about professional wrestling? Amateur wrestling, Jordan Burroughs. Professional wrestling, Bret Hart. Song you're stuck on lately. Didn't Mean to Waste Your Time by Thundercat. Your high school sweetheart, where is she at today? Where is she today? Good question. I might not sure. Haven't heard from her in a few years. Hope she's okay, but, you know, like I said, I haven't heard from her, so. Oh, holy crap. We went well over. 1 minute, 12 seconds, 0.69th of a second. Nice. That was a good number. All right. Let's get the right and then let's get the left. Yeah, I don't know where she's at. You know, last time I saw her was maybe 2021, 2022. And then we just fell out. Not really fell out. We fell out of touch. And that was it. Oh, well. 8 on that side. Who is your one that got away? Ooh, I don't know if I can answer that one because she is married. All right, 8 on both sides. And before we get into the squats, we will get into the last one. How do y'all ask questions like that? Like, marry, fuck, kill, and, you know, who's your one who got away? Your mom. Your mom got away. I'm joking. That's not nice, is it? Say something nice about your older sisters. That'd be the last time I called them that word. So the older siblings, something I will give them is that they did go off and they did their own thing. The oldest one, you know, she was one of the people that kind of came from behind in life, you know, and, you know, she did her thing. You know, she was working like a bunch of odd jobs. And then she went to university and bettered herself. So I'll always give her that. The second oldest, you know, she's military. She currently works for, I think the Pentagon or Quantico or something like that. You know, but she travels all around. She, you know, she has herself together. And like I say, it's never like a jealousy thing or anything like that, or something where I can't give them their props and say, hey, you know, y'all, they did good. But there's no brother-sister relationship. There's no, like with me, like when you see me and my little sister, for example, y'all see like the camaraderie, the bond. We can kind of joke with each other and not say things that shouldn't be put out into the world. We don't exploit what each other say to each other. We let it be. You know, we don't do that kind of stuff because we understand boundaries. Like, I understand there's things she never once spoken, and she understands there's things I never once spoken, and we don't even speak on them in private. We just, hey, that's her stuff. I don't say nothing. You know, now we will celebrate each other's stuff. You know, if, let's say, for example, you know, she did something major, like she was the first person that congratulated me on getting into Arizona State. She was the first to congratulate me to getting into University of British Columbia. You know, I'm the first of my father's kids to go to school abroad and graduate. Well, we haven't graduated yet, but I'm the first. You know, but she congratulated me. Like, it wasn't a, well, you know, someone else did this years ago, someone else did that years ago. It was, no, congratulations, that's major, you know. And it was just that, like, you know, one of my mentors calls it negative cooties, you know, where someone has great news and you got to come sprinkle negative cooties on it because it's not yours. or because it's not someone you would want to have that good news. So they got to sprinkle negativity on it in order to make themselves feel better about whatever it is in life that they're bitter about. But that's the reason, my older siblings and myself can't get along. Whereas y'all look at my little sister and she's here every day. She's here, like I didn't film my nephew. We don't get civilians, but little sister, she is on here. And also, let's go back to the first one. Mary Fuck Block, Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, Naomi. Jade, see, it's not really who do I want to fuck. It's who do I have to fight. Now, you got to understand, I think Jade Cargill's husband is like an MMA fighter or a boxer or something. I have a 50-50 chance against him. Okay, 75-25, but maybe 90-10. I have no clue. But see, in a fair fight, all things considered, I have a little bit of a chance. Maybe low blow and start stomping them out. I'm fine. Naomi, I gotta fight everyone I gotta fight the entire bloodline. Now, Mary is easy. Bianca Belair. Listen, Bianca Belair, if you ever look at Bianca Belair, she looks like she has the vibe of an after-school theme song. Every day when you're walking down the street, everybody that you meet has an original point of view. And I say, hey, what a wonderful kind of day. If you could learn to work and play and get along with each other. That's the vibe Bianca Belair gives off. I hope nobody crops that. And I already know I'm going to hell with the algorithm. I'm about to get skewered. All right, enough time sitting here. Squats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's it. We're already showered, so we're good on that. We got our water right here we're going to finish. And I will be back when it's time to wrap. That tired me out. Can't believe y'all asked those stupid questions. All right. Time right now is 15:23. Yeah, it's cold as fuck outside. I need to put that into my thing. Alright, so we got the last Kid Shake. And we got the last Skyer. Alright, let's take a little mix. You know, I think that damn AI thing is giving me a lot of hell for talking about having a kid's nutrition shake. I would like to remind the AI that we're all kids at heart. The reason some of y'all get old is because y'all forget to be a kid at heart. Y'all forget how to be a kid. All right. Delicious. How much you want to bet tomorrow? Not tomorrow. Actually, I got to do volunteer tomorrow and Thursday. But I am awaiting my wonderful neighbor by the name of Ruler Gamer King to have a day off so I can go pitch ideas to him and yada yada and whatnot, because, well, by the time he wakes up, I'm already out on my walk. How dare you? And I will continue to say this in videos, Mr. Gamer King, if you're watching this, your mom is excellent. Thank you for having such a wonderful mom. But please don't show that to your mom, because then she's somehow going to tell my mom, and, well, I'm going to have to hear how come I don't talk about mine like that, and then going to have to remind her she's a piece of shit. A huge piece of shit. And no, Ruler Gamer King, I'm going to say this for the AI that's going to dissect my video when I put it through the Notebook LM. Ruler Gamer King's mom and Vigilante's mom are two very different moms. Now, I will say this. Vigilante's mom is a very sweet lady. She is. You know, the jokes are jokes. She is actually a very sweet lady. You know, I've talked to her once or twice. She's actually a very sweet lady. So, it's just jokes. Don't get butt hurt. Speaking of butt hurt, hi, Vigilante sister, how are you? Oh, look, listen. He goes in on my little sister. I go in on his little sister. Raw. Anyway. But see, that's the beautiful thing about when you have friends like that. You can say certain things and it just goes off your back because you don't really care. And trust me, me and Ruler Gamer King say some very horrible things to each other. Goes off each other's back. We don't care. We're too old at this point. But here's a funny thing. Oh, got the last thing. We gotta get more of these. Raisins. So, like I said earlier, we will be doing 75 hard, and it will be a beginning of ending 2026, beginning early 2027 thing. And that's actually what's going to take us into doing summer shredding. Now, I want you to remember, we're not trying to look like Chris Bumstead. When you're doing the transformation category, you don't have to look like Chris Bumstead. You're just not trying to look like your before picture. Now, if you get on that stage and you look like Chris Bumstead, we're gonna see what you're taking. Greg Broussette's gonna make a natty or not video on you. And no, Greg, I'm not going to say anything about your girlfriend, so John doesn't have to release the Brandon files, though the Brandon files will be very, very disgusting. You might even be proud of me, Greggy boy. But things that I find very interesting about YouTube fitness, how much little beef there is between people who shouldn't have beef. Like, yo, you're supposed to be here to educate us. Why aren't you educating us? Just educate us. Quit everybody getting their feelings so much. Like, this person said this person said that. Just work out. Make cool videos and work out. That's all you gotta do. That's what I do. That's part of why I love isolationism. I call myself the Hermit Kingdom because, except for like my 5 or 6 friends, I don't like hanging out with people. And part of the reason, I'm going to say it like this. You never know what someone else has going on when they're not around you. You know, I'm going to say it just like this. Bullets ain't got no names. So, and they ain't got eyeballs either. So, you'll be hanging out with someone who did something foul to someone, and you'll catch a bullet for that person. Then again, someone can come through that window right now. Done. Now, I'm not saying we're going to do this forever. Just sit in a room and, you know, have our little TED Talks here. At some point, we will get out of here and we will explore the mighty, mighty big world out there. But I don't know if I said this. So I'm still a fall risk for the next few months due to they took me off with the seizures. I'm not on seizure protocol anymore, but I'm still on vertigo, and they still have me on fall protocol because I did fall. I didn't mention this, but I fell down the stairs and I slipped and fell on ice 3 times. They're going to treat that still as we need to monitor you a little bit more. So until I come off of that, yeah, we're kind of restricted. But once we come off restrictions, the world is in trouble. We're going to get out there, outside, in this brand new body, and have a ton of fun. Let's order calories real quick while I'm thinking of it. Well, I'm just talking to y'all. Being very reckless. So we're going to look for the Skyer, which I'm sad we're out of, and I hope we get more. See if we got the kids nutrition shake in here. Oh, raisins. We're going to type it in. Kids nutrition shake. We might. Ooh. So we are going to have 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. (2,053 calories for the day. And we have 3, 6, 7. We're going to count this as half. So we have 7.5. Even though we just opened this, we're only going to count that as half of peanut butter. So when I do my volunteer work, we'll get more. $400. We have a lot of calories we're under, but that's okay. As long as on day 85 we're somewhere around 270, I'm fine with it. Legs feel like Jello, but that's fine. 1 more scoop. There. So, last but not least, I know I kind of touched on it earlier, but I'll touch on it again. I will start doing a little bit of investigating other, what do you call it, nutrition companies. You know, the BSNs, the 6 Stars, the Body Fortresses. I'm going to investigate all of them and see who puts out quality, but can actually be good for us. Because like I say, you know, I want to give y'all stuff that y'all can use, actionable stuff that y'all can use. Where if you use my code, fine. If you go into a store and get it yourself without using my code, fine. Like, for example, these things right here, Pure Kick, Peak H2O. If you use it, great. If you don't use it, great. I mean, for my code. Not if you don't, please don't buy this stuff and not use it. That's wasteful. But I want to investigate stuff that y'all can use and y'all can get, you know, pretty easily. You know, I don't want it to be you have to order it and wait 10 days for it, and I don't want it to be an arm and a leg. And I always say, do use the, you know, stuff that you can get from Walmart first to learn the thing called consistency, because you know, then if you want to go up to like the Ghosts, the Retcon ones, the Action Sledges, the Alpha Lions, stuff like that, then go for it. But learn on the basic stuff first. Learn on the Body Fortresses. That's where I started. That's where I learned. I started there in high school. You know, optimal nutrition, by the way, as much as I joke about it, not bad. It's not bad stuff. You know, I don't like the flavoring, the flavor profiles, but it's great stuff. Peanut butter. You can either get one of these or you can go get a Fit Butters. I love Fit Butters. But I understand not everyone can afford $17 for a jar of peanut butter versus $1.25, $1.50. And then you have 8 of them. in your room. Leave me alone. Anyway, gonna go ahead, gonna put this video to bed. I will talk to you and see you tomorrow.
Every gym, there's that one guy. This one, he's got a nose for trouble.
Are you sniffing every seat I touch?
What? No, I mean, maybe. It's appreciation.
And he's about to find out that following your nose can get messy. The Gym Baddie Smith.